Commander Strider, I trust you have reviewed the numbers.
I live with them, Smith. You're just here for the recap.
I am here because the board demands accountability. Your pioneers' detours aren't efficient.
They're still alive, and we've got a functioning quarry, beginning of a refinery, and real logistics forming. I'd call that progress.
You'd call anything progress if it makes you feel useful. But this isn't a rehabilitation program, Strider. It is an industrial operation.
You think there's some disposable cog in your machine. They survived a crash, built a base from stone, and moved ore across a dead world. Alone.
That is what they were sent to do. You're letting settlement cloud your judgment again.
Maybe I remember what it's like to be left on a rock like this.
Oh, I know. The difference is, you came back broken. This time, we want results, not trauma reports. Phase 3 begins now. Rail infrastructure, high output refineries, component manufacturing. Your pioneer will lay the foundations. I want an operational central hub before the next cycle.
They'll burn out.
Then, we will send another.
They're not a unit ID, Smith. They're a human being.
And they're an investment. One with dwindling returns. You care too much. It's a flaw. Let's hope it doesn't cost us Phase 4.
Well, good morning, everybody. How are we all doing today? Spiders are certainly having a good time and attacking each other. Yes. I am in the truck because I slept in the truck. Yes. But, you know, it's kind of what this whole thing was designed for. I just didn't want to have to drive to and from the base all the time. Sure, I've got a really nice place there, but, I've got a coffee machine over here. It's not quite as nice a coffee as my base, but it's fine. I've got some food producing things. I've got some nice sabroid steaks, which are very, very tasty indeed. But yeah, overall not too bad. It's just staring at me menacingly. I'm hoping that the signal from this rover is going to be strong enough to get a good broadcast from Strider, because he should be contacting me at some point today fairly soon. We'll see how it goes. Let's see if there's any broadcast coming.
Hey Pioneer, you've really brought this operation to life. The quarry's steady, the refinery outpost's coming along, and I've got to say, watching you piece all this together has been something else. This week, I want you to focus on maintaining output and further developing the outposts. Make sure that the ores flow to the refinery, power stays stable, and the truck hauls without depleting its batteries or breaking down. Do what you think needs to be done. Just think long-term and stability. And if you're wondering why all this matters, let's just say you're laying the groundwork for something bigger. You'll see in time. Keep it steady out there. Strider out.
Right. Okay, so today's mission isn't too complicated. It's just going to be a lot of, or just refining things down in the sense of making things more streamlined, I guess. If anything, I've basically just got a week of freedom, do whatever I feel like I want to get done. Which I'm not going to complain about. I've got a couple of things I want to get done. I want to get a new set of tools to make them a bit better, because I've got some resources now I can do that. I need to get the power infrastructure here better off, and I think I'm going to do a bit of a redesign with now knowing how much power these refineries are going to take. I really want one of these modules to be a bit more powerful, so I might make a bigger cluster, maybe a longer cluster, I don't know. I also considered adding solar up onto that hill, purely because it'll get a better view arc rather than being down here, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll look into it. Otherwise, yeah. Apparently we have something... We are working on something bigger than what I know, which is an interesting point. I'm laying the foundations for something bigger. I'm not too afraid of that one comment there, but all it makes me realise is I'm in here for the long run. I don't think I'm getting out anytime soon. Which, yeah, I still don't really remember exactly what happened. Something along the lines of got told to do something, didn't want to do it, got forced to do it, and now I'm here. I think they made me sign some contracts, which probably basically means that if I decide to not do it, they'll probably execute me. You know, all that good stuff. But yeah, that's fine. Right, let's get on with it. Let's see what we can build. Cause spiders are certainly angry. Come on. You gonna come and get me? Come on, you got this. There you go. And you're dead. Okay, so as well as wanting to develop better solar infrastructure, I think I'm also going to spend the time and get a little bit more of this base worked out, and also get the unload system in place for this, because we now have about 40,000 iron ready to go in this refinery, which is not too bad in the slightest. But I need a way of being able to transport it. And what I'm thinking is this base could load up some type of cargo module, maybe, that goes here. And then from here I'll be able to pick it up and load it up onto the truck. Which technically means I would need to detach this base of this attachment from the rover, which I can do, you know, it's designed to do that, and build maybe a flatbed. A flatbed with some mounts where I can load up the cargo module onto. I think that would be the best way of doing it. Which is fine. It gives me, you know, a couple more bits. Otherwise, I want to get the piping worked out for the next clusters. That should also be fine. Looks like we're not doing the assembling plant today. I wonder why he's giving me a bit of a... It's hard because I shouldn't even call it a week off or anything like that, because it's not. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, I'm gonna work some things out, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so for a bit of an update report, it is probably about midday now, and I have been doing a couple of things. First of all, the assemblers are still doing their thing, processing parts. I actually added another one just for ease of getting stuff done. You'll see here we're starting to get a nice collection of parts, which will help us build this pipeline up here. We have placed all of the refineries. I think what I'm going to do is actually block this end one off. Because I don't really need, like, what would it be, 2, 4, 6, 8, I really need 8 refineries. But I only have 3 pipelines, so, you know, having one feed each set makes sense. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. We might have to do an expansion if needs be. You know, if worst comes to worst, I'll just have to add another pipeline on the top, maybe. I don't know. Power-wise, we are definitely having problems. We are slowly losing power throughout the day. Fully depletes in 4 hours. So with having the refinery running and those assemblers running, we're just using more power than what that solar panels cluster can generate. And I have decided how we are going to do the whole cargo system. So I've designed here a nice cargo module. So it uses 2 large cargo containers. It uses a small connector down at the bottom there. And it will basically go up into a sort of T-piece there into the 2 cargo boxes. And then on the middle of each one of these 2 clusters here is going to be a small connector. And in the simplest terms, the box will sit here and wait until it gets filled, at which point will then get picked up by some form of vehicle. So it'll come over, pick it up, reverse it, and it's got all this space here to maneuver, where either a trailer will be parked or a module for the rover or another rover will be sat waiting to be loaded.
Low.
From there, so each set of 2 refineries then will fill up the boxes, and this, I guess, sorter here will allow me to choose what type of material I'm going to be refining. So the way it's going to work is there's going to be a button panel probably somewhere next to each set, and the way it's going to work is when all the ore is going to get stored in the cargo container, and when I want to refine something, I will select what I want to refine, and then I'll do it. And if I want more of it, then I'll select another one. And I think that makes the most sense for now. I may make more of an automated system in the future, but for now, that makes sense. So if I want, you know, a box of iron, a box of nickel, and a box of silicon, and I've got iron, nickel, and silicon ore, it'll process them all. I'll be able to pick up all 3 boxes and load it up, and then take it probably to a manufacturing facility in the future. I hope that makes sense, but that's the sort of idea that I've got. And then I'll also start needing to think about adding more mines. Obviously, we've just got the iron mine. Like I said, I'm gonna have nickel, silicon, gold, cobalt, magnesium, platinum, uranium.
Energy.
You know, all of them ores. So what I'll need to do is find a way of getting basically a mine sorted for each one of them. But overall, yeah, progress is slow, but I'm slowly filling all of these welders with iron. The next time you see me, I'll probably I'll probably do a nice sped up welding session of all of the floor, because I think that'll be the next thing I want to get done. It'll make everything look a bit more finished.
Ice and flames call my name. I freeze, I burn, I blame. I love, I hate the same. It's on my face, I cannot selfish motive? Was I needed? Do I need it to go wrong? Polarized inherent pain, pumping through my veins. Eyes in flames, call my name. I freeze, I burn, I blame. I love, I hate the safe I embrace inside of me. I only fuel the fire. But is it wrong for me to fight against the balance of my power? History in halves, one brain. I will break the chain. No, tokori wa yobu. Moeru rame koru to boku no ai to kirai ni iru. No, tokori wa yobu. Moeru rame koru to boku no ai to kirai ni iru. I love, I hate this city. Have I become a little too shy for love? I've been hurt before. All's fair in love and war. So I snuggle up close to the shell I'm living in. And if I let you in, another round begins. I know
I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side. Should I be scared? The feeling's so different now. You got me floating here, a feather in the air. Oh, but when the wind blows, will I tumble or sail away? Or would you have me stay? And what if I escape? I know I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side, by your side. I'm not afraid. We found something that'll never fade. can be ourselves and figure out the rest along the way. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side. I need you by my side.
Okay, we definitely have a big boy problem. We are not getting enough input for our current output, and that is with just one refinery running and a couple of assemblers. That'd be a problem, hey? If I look, we are at 2.4%. Which means I think, well, I have two options, right, I guess. Option one is I just build this tower up here and we'll be good. Option two is I scrap basically both of them and do a full redesign. Which I think I'm going to do, because I think I can make it look a lot cooler than it actually is. I can also make it quite a bit bigger. Yeah, I think I can make it look a lot cooler. And now that we know where the footprint of the base is, I can, you know, do what I need to do. Right. So, sun obviously goes right over here. It sort of does an arc where it goes sort of more across that part of the sky, and then comes back down. It's basically on not a straight trajectory up and over the sky. So, what I'm thinking is actually going up onto this plinth up here, because I think then that will give me a bit more height for sun, and it'll also just mean it's out of the way. And we've got a nice flat patch right here. Yeah. I think at least one up here will do quite nice. I've also just realised my oxygen is about to run out. Or will run out fairly soon. So what I want to do is, if I place that, and then if I do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What am I doing? Messing up. That's what I'm doing. Right, there and there. 5, 6, 7, 8. There. That's off the ground. Okay. Okay, sing that into the ground, and we'll do it one more time, eh? Third time's lucky or something? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Okay, so with them two pillars in place, I want to go an amount of blocks up. So if we do this, that, and we'll place another one there. So we can go up like this. And I probably want to go up, so that's, we'll go 1, 2, 3. A total of 4. What are those ones? 1, 2, 3. We'll go one more. No. Yes. No. How do you do that twice? Hey. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, that looks good. I'm going to quickly run down and get some oxygen. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to bring the rover up here. That way at least I have a nice oxygen supply. I don't have to run back and forth all the time. I don't know if I ever actually mentioned, but on this vehicle I've installed a couple of vents, which are basically sucking in the Anteros atmosphere. And the small amount of oxygen they get actually pressurizes the cabin. So in here, it gets pressurized with the small amount of oxygen. But because I've got 2 vents sucking it all in, it actually gives me just about enough oxygen to breathe, which is quite nice. It means I don't have to really worry about ice too much, which, in all honesty, I'm quite happy about. Nope. 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 Rover said no. Right, let's drive around here. And this should be flat enough that I can extend up without fear of it falling, like tipping over. Very nice, very good, and stop. Perfect. Ooh, spider. So, what? Did it just push me? I think it just pushed me. And then we'll do some of... Ooh, it's a bit rocky. Maximum height, good. Lock. That. That. So what I want to basically do is build a nice solar farm up here, because it'll have a nice view, the sun and everything, and it'll just be a bit more out the way. Right. Let's be careful, because obviously I don't have brakes on this thing either. Should be fine there. Right, spider. Come on, get me. Do it. You go under and get me. There you are. Good. Right, so now what I want to do is, so I've got the 3, I want to do this one here, nope. Do it again, but better. What I also want to do is change the settings of this just so it doesn't go to exactly 0, because I don't want it to. Maybe like 80. 80 looks fine. There's a sort of lowest angle it can go. It should be fine. Right, now what I want to do is I want to place some solar panels. One there. One there. And then the blocks go on there like this. Good, and then I need to place the blocks on that top side. I also need to raise this up a bit more. Go for 70. And I'd have thought about adding some type of like folding solar. That way when it gets dark or when there's a dust storm, you know, something like that, it can be a bit more protected. But in the end I decided not worth it, basically. Just, yeah, didn't think it was going to be worth it. Oh, damn it. Oh, of course that puts scrap on it. Can I climb this? Ah. Do. Climb, climb, climb. That one there. That one there. Not that one there. That one there. So this is the full size of the solar panel, of the new solar module, or whatever you want to call it. So it's going to be quite a sort of open design. It's basically held with these two ridges here and here. I am going to place some reinforcement on this side, but not too much. Not too much at all. But yeah, I think now is a good time to start getting some of it welded up. Like I say, if I can climb this? Nope. Nope, can't climb it now. Okay, cool. This is straight, right? Yeah. Let's get some of this built. But the reason I was building one is because I was trying to see. Oh, I can 100% build one up here. Also spiders. Good. Yeah, I think I can 100% build one slightly higher up, and that would be two nice big panels. Also the view. When this thing is finished, the view from like this angle looking at the solar farm and then the refinery in the background, oh, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good.
Suddenly I was awake enough to leave my bed. Bleary-eyed, I stretch and yawn, I rub the mess upon my head. I know I've done it all before. Something changed, I feel attached, my world aligned at last. It's in the stars, it's on my hands, I see it in my looking glass. These eyes I don't recognize, somebody simplified. Breathe in the air, Mother Nature set the pace. Hands in my hair, I fall in love with her embrace. And how the sun can paint a picture on my face. Think I can run 100 miles off of the feeling today. Never know when it'll hit you, but it hits you hard. Got the wind behind your back, the blood is pumping through your heart. To finally be alive, running from the start. Breathe in the air, Mother Nature set the pace. Hands in my hair, I fall in
Alright, so we have built the solar panels. As you can see where the sun sort of tracks. It doesn't go perfectly up and over. But that should be fine. We have built this power pylon. I think what I'm gonna do is run one down to here, and then I'm thinking I'm gonna try and attach it to the building on this side, just because it makes a bit more sense and it gets it a bit more out the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a pylon somewhere around, I guess there. That should be fine. Let's get that. Let's hook it up. Good. So that gets over there. And then, what I think I'm going to do is try and attach it to this part of the building. What I ideally want to do is attach it to the second floor bit, but I don't think I'm going to be able to reach that very easily. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and build it onto this part. For that I just need a steel plate. Apparently I don't have a oh, okay. It's because I built that block. And I took my steel plate. Perfect. Some steel plates. So for now I'm just going to attach it here. Be fine. Oop. And that should be a very, very healthy power injection. Don't think I can access that terminal, can I? No. That's fine, it's fine. Let's go over here. Let's see what we're doing in terms of power now then. Before it was about 600, now it is 1.9 megawatts input. That's pretty good. So that means that is about... it's about 1.3 megawatts from it, which is not bad at all. Bear in mind, it's not even actually at a very good angle either at the moment. But that, like I say, should be very good for us. You know, we'll fully recharge in 2 hours, which is not bad. But the refinery's not running, so what is our current output? Current output's only 39 in inputs. Okay, so yeah, we can definitely build a couple of refineries off that. And the main question is, what does it look like from a distance? Eh, looks like an almost black box. No, it looks good. It looks very good. So what I'm gonna have to do now is probably grind down this solar tower, because I don't really need it in this. I don't know. I might keep it for now, but we don't need it. I think if we're gonna build another one, we're gonna build it up here. Yeah. I think if we're gonna have another one, we're probably gonna have it over here, or maybe even back here. That way, when it's tracking the sun, it can, yeah, do a good job. Right. Happy. Now it's time to talk about this thing, the building. So I've done a couple of things. First of all, I've added a nice roof to this side of the building. It's very much still work in progress. I haven't got all of it done, but I've placed a lot of blocks. I mean, over here, this is where the chimneys are going to go, because obviously we make a lot of smoke and soot Currently it was just venting out the top of the building, but now we need to, when we enclose it, we need to make sure it's good. In here, well, I haven't decided whether I'm going to break this down and have a third door, because I think it would make sense to have 3 doors, even if this one never really gets used. Just having 3 just kind of makes sense. But I don't know. But then, yeah, going inside, we've got a nice, freshly paved concrete floor, so it's really nice and white. Probably won't stay that colour forever. And it's surrounded by some metal. Actually, if I keep my light off, you'll see this natural light going through the skylights, which is very nice. The refineries had a nice fresh coat of paint. It's now a nice metallic colour. Obviously, you've seen where the battery is. That hasn't changed. I haven't built any more of the pipes yet. That's still a work in progress. And I haven't done anything with this bit yet. But it's mainly just I have got all of the walls built on this bit. I've built all the walls on this backside. Still need to finish that floor. Good to know. I've built the walls going along here. I just need to build the ones that go along this side of the building. And then we go on to the next floor. I think back here we're going to have a bit of a staircase which goes up into... probably behind... I don't actually know where we're going to have a staircase. We're going to have a staircase somewhere. And it's going to go to a floor which will be over here. So we're going to have, up until this point, a floor which goes along here, and then a floor which goes along here. And that way we can observe, and it's got plenty of space for it to tip. And then all of this space is going to be probably a living quarters, probably a control terminal to see how everything's running, efficiencies and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the roof is going to go somewhere about here. Probably just going to be a nice flat roof. Probably put a nice couple of antennas on it just so it's got some good communication and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, I'm now going to spend a little bit of time just getting all of the pipes in. I think what I'm going to do is get this second refinery up and running now that we've got that extra bit of juice, which should be quite nice. Looks like the spiders are outside. The only other thing I was going to talk about was I have to work... I want to add some windows up here, right? So we have got 2 options really. We've got the bay windows, and I can do it sort of a vertical way like that. I really wish that I could have just the corner pieces like that, and I could make like a nice big window so it has that sort of sticky out bit. It'd look so good in this spot. I could do some sort of vertical ones. I could do this type of window, so the window would be in these bits here. Or, you know, I could also just do it so I use the big panes of glass. I haven't 100% decided. Kind of like the idea of not having massive windows or having a lot of armor to them, just because sandstorms, I really don't want it to break the glass. That's why I went with this kind of stuff. You know, it's really thick armored glass. It should be very protected from all the windstorms and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, floor's gonna be up there. Yeah, all gonna look good. Once we've got the floor in, we'll be able to place down some top-down lights as well, which will make this place a little bit brighter. Need to get these beams in along the top, but as you can see, they've got a little bit of detail to them, so they're not just completely solid. I don't need them to be. Yeah, I think this place is coming along nicely. Not 100% decided on these walls. I think I like these walls for this side. I don't know if I like the stripe that I've done on it, but for these ones, I don't know. Don't know whether I should make it like a different thing, because almost this is like a different building and it's got a part attached to it. I don't know. But like I said, I'm going to get a load of stuff sorted, and we'll come back a little bit later once I have a bit more to show off. But really happy I've got the power working. That was the main thing I really wanted to do. Alright, so progress has in fact been made. I have got a lot of the piping along the roof now complete, including where it goes down into where the refinery modules are. I'm not going to be able to get all of these refineries built purely because they require metal grids. And metal grids take cobalt, and I don't have an easy access supply of cobalt. I have 2.41, which isn't even enough to finish building these ones. So until I can get access to more cobalt, I'm not gonna be able to even build this one, because you see there, I need another 6. Problems. That's fun. There are a couple of ways I can get metal grids, and one of them comes from the unknown signals, which I'm guessing Strider is sending down to me as little care packages. But I don't really know. But yeah, the base is coming along. I haven't actually made any progress on this part. I've purely just been working on this piping bit. We are completely... Oh, actually this isn't too bad, but completely out of resources in that one. That one had all of the stuff I was making whilst not needing the assemblers to do much. I have set up that solar panel setup with a controller, so it now angles at the sun. I've basically just taken it off the one which was there. So this one just is gonna be sat at that angle. Hey, talking about unknown signals. Yeah, so progress is slow but steady, which is kind of how it's been the entire time of me being on this planet. Which I don't mind, but let's head over to this unknown signal. Let's see if I can be lucky enough to get I think it's a thruster which generally has them. So let's see, can we get it? Well, good job, this thing's not too bad. When it's not got its trailer, it's actually not too bad. Or when it doesn't weigh much. It's certainly lighter, it uses a lot less power than the big rover. That's purely the reason I'm using it at the moment. I need to build a garage, I think, at some point where I can sort of leave a lot of my vehicles just to charge and then go and grab them when I need them, but problem for another day. This one... I'm just trying to fly away. What if I connect? Wait, you... What are you doing? Go away. Stop it. I do have a mag plate. If I set that to auto lock, I might be able just to lock onto it and... Nope. Come on. Come on. Giddy. Right. Got it. Maybe in the most... That thing was trying to get me. What are you giving me? Absolutely nothing. Cool. Well, what a big meanie. Ooh. I shall take all that. Anything fancy on these? Oh, these metal grids. Needed them. Right, I'm pinching all the metal grids.
Inventory full.
I think I'm gonna pinch a lot of this stuff. Useful. Hi.
Low health.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hop in the seat. And turn on the wells. Don't you run away from me. I know where you are. You burn. There you are. Oh, damn it. No, get off. Get off. Ah. Right. Right, I guess I'm going to have to do it this way. Can you consider dying? Thank you. Spiders know when I'm busy. I'm pretty sure. Like they just know when I'm trying to do something. See what I can pull out of here. Right, that's good. So I just need the steel. That is fine. I can do that. So let's see if I can get this built. How much do I need? I need another 500. Okay. Alright, let's give it some more iron. I also need to go and do another iron run because I'm already running out of that. Oh, the cycle repeats itself. Seven, 5, 4. Close, but no cigar. Right, more iron. I think I need to give it to the top one, yes. And whilst I'm here, I'm just going to give it a bit more. How much are we down to? 34,000. That should be enough to get the second refinery up and running. However, if I want to do any more progress on this building, I'm going to need even more. I'm also going to spend a little bit of time and just close this section off. Just so there's no spiders invading me. Let's also dump my money in there. Right, so I just need 237 more. That's 50. That's 74. Oop. I don't have any more in here, do I? Nope, just cucumbers and food and stuff. Don't have any more in here, nope, and I definitely don't have any more in there, no. Okay, it's just going to be a case of a waiting game for things to process, I guess. I shall see you in a second once it's got all of the steel plates I need. Alright, so that is all the steel plates we need for this one, I think. Hoping, maybe. Yes. Well, I'll need a 59 more to get it to 100%, but yeah, we'll at least get it functional. Ding. Perfect. And you know what? Whilst I'm here, I might as well get it to 100%, like. What? Oh. Get that, making some more. $49. Can't actually remember how many I needed, but 49. 10 more. It was 59. That and that. Perfect. Thank you. Right. That looks pretty good to me. And if it looks pretty good to me, then it looks pretty good to you. Or whatever the song goes. If it's good enough for me, it's good enough for you. Let's get the lights off. There we go. Bit more of a natural light for it. Yeah. Really, really happy. Might paint, I don't know, I might paint these. I think they need to be a different colour. If we went for that same type of silvery. Like, is that too much? Is that too much? That might be too much. Right, sun is going to set again, but I think this is a good place to, you know, go to bed and see what Strider thinks. Like I say, he was really easy on me this week, just to get on with some stuff, which means I'm expecting him to want me to do something different fairly soon. I probably will spend tomorrow morning probably getting this cargo module built, and I'll probably just build a basic plate underneath that just hooks it up. I also might set up a little button panel, maybe here, yeah, probably here. That basically just toggles on that sorter. That way I can basically turn on these two refineries or not, and I can set up for each one of them in the future as time goes by. This part I think is just gonna be a while, you know. I think it's just gonna take time. But yeah, I am really happy. But yeah, I'm tired, so good night.